Okay. Good day everyone, I am Ms. Lorraine May Valeriano and we will be having a review or quiz for mythology and folklore. But before that, let us have an introduction. What is mythology and folklore? Mythology and folklore are the timeless narratives that have shaped cultures, beliefs, and identities across the world. Rooted in ancient traditions, these stories reflect the values, fears, and hopes of societies that created them. From the mighty gods of Greek mythology to the treacherous spirits of African folklore, these tales offer insight into the human experience, explaining the natural phenomena, moral lessons, and cultural practices. Unlike history, which relies on documented facts, mythology and folklore thrive on symbolic meaning and oral tradition. And myths often involve supernatural beings and cosmic events, offering explanation of the origins of the world and humanity. However, folklore, on the other hand, includes legends, fairy tales, and customs passed down through generations, often reflecting the daily life and wisdom of common people. And exploring mythology and folklore, we delve into the collective imagination of civilizations, covering the stories that connect past and present. Then, and these narratives not only entertain but also preserve heritage and inspire reflection of or on universal themes such as love, heroism, and betrayal and transformation. After you gain a knowledge about the true definition of mythology and folklore, or having a bit background of it, let us have a review or quiz about mythology and folklore. We have 10 questions and you have 10 seconds to answer each questions. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. And number 1 question, in Greek mythology, who is considered the king of gods? Again, in Greek mythology, who is considered the king of gods? You have 10 seconds to answer. Time's up. Let's check if your answer is correct. Okay, the question number 1, in Greek mythology, who is considered the king of gods? Letter A, Hades, B, Poseidon, C, Zeus, and D, Apollo. Letter A is Hades. Letter B is Poseidon. C is Zeus. D is Apollo. What is your answer? The answer is letter C. Very good. Explanation: because Zeus is the ruler of the Mount Olympus and the king of the Greek gods, known for wielding a thunderbolt. And not Hades, because Hades is god of underworld, not the king of gods. Not is also not Poseidon, because Poseidon is the god of sea, Zeus' brother, powerful but not the ruler. And D is god of Apollo is god of the sun, music, and prophecy, but not the king. Okay, number 2 question. In Norse mythology, what is the name of the world tree that connects all the realism? Again, in Norse mythology, what is the name of the world tree that connects the realism or all realism? Letter A, Mjolnir or Mornir, B, Valhalla, C, Asgard, or D, Yggdrasil. And let's check after the 10 seconds if your answer is correct. And let's reveal the answer. The answer is Letter D, the Yggdrasil or Yggdrasil. Explanation why? Yggdrasil is the immense and sacred tree that connects the 9 worlds in Norse cosmology. Question number 3. Who was the trickster god in Norse mythology? A. Odin, B. Thor, C. Loki, or D. Prior. Again, who was the trickster god in Norse mythology? A. Odin, B. Thor, and C. Loki, D. Prior. Okay, let's reveal the answer. The answer is letter C. Okay, Loki is known for his cunning, deception, and shape-shifting, often causing trouble for the gods. And not Odin, because Odin is chief of gods associated with wisdom and war, not a trickster. And Thor is god of thunder and strength, and straightforward and brave. And letter D, Prayer, god of fertility and peace, and not known for deception. So the answer is letter C. Number 4, question, in Egyptian mythology. Which god is associated with the afterlife and mummification? Letter A, Ra, B, Osiris, C, Anubis, and D, Horus. Again, in Egyptian mythology, which god is associated with the afterlife and mummification? Letter A, Ra, or B, Osiris, and C, Anubis, or D, Horus. So let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is letter C, which is Anubis. Anubis is depicted with a jackal head, he is the god of mummification, and the guide of souls in the afterlife. And A, the choice is no. Letter A is Ra, the son of God, ruler of the sky, not related to mummification. As well as the letter B, Osiris, god of afterlife, but more about resurrection and judgment than mummification itself. Letter D is Horus, sky god, often associated with kingship and war. So the answer is letter C, Anubis. Okay, let's proceed in question number 5. In Japanese folklore, what is kitsune? Again, in Japanese folklore, what is kitsune or kitsune? A sacred tree, B, a dragon, C, a fox spirit, and D, a mountain ghost. So let's reveal the answer. The answer is letter C. Okay. The kitsune is a fox spirit. And kitsune are mythical foxes believed that have magical abilities, including the shape-shifting, and often serve the deity Inari. A sacred tree is some trees are sacred, but not unrelated to kitsune. And B, a dragon. Japanese dragons exist in folklore but are separate from fox spirits. And also, the mountain ghost is not specifically related to Kitsini, which are more urban or shrine-based. Let's proceed in question number 6. In the epic Gilgamesh, what creature guards the cedar forest? Again, in the epic Gilgamesh, what creature guards the cedar forest? A. Humbaba, C. Enkidu, C. Ishtar, or D. Tiamat. Reveal the answer. The correct answer is letter A. Very good, which is Humbaba. Humbaba is a giant appointed by the god Enlil to guard the cedar forest, and is depicted the Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Enkidu is Gilgamesh's companion and Palu warrior, not the guardian. And Ishtar is a goddess of love and war, not involved in guarding the forest. Also, the Tiamat is a chaos dragon from Babylonian mythology, not part of this epic. Alright, let us proceed in number 7. Who is the Hindu goddess of knowledge? The answer is letter D. Very good. Saraswati is severed as the goddess of wisdom, learning, and the arts, often depicted with the Veena, or the musical instrument. And Kali is the goddess of destruction and time, not associated with knowledge. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and prosperity, and not the arts. And Durga is a warrior goddess and protector of righteousness, not linked to learning or music. Number 8 question. In Celtic mythology, what is the name of the underworld often associated with fairies and spirits? Again, in Celtic mythology, what is the name of otherworld often associated with fairies and spirits? A. Hell, B. Anwin, C. Avalon, or D. Abhala or Valhalla. And the answer is letter B, which is Anwin. Anwin is a Welsh otherworld portrayed as a paradise and home to supernatural beings and fairies. And not hell, because hell is Norse underworld, not Celtic. And not also Avalon is a mystical island, often Arthurian, but not the full otherworld. And Valhalla is Norse hall of the slain warriors, not Celtic mythology. Alright, number 9. In Aztec mythology, who was the feathered serpent god of wind and learning? Again, in Aztec mythology, who was the feathered serpent god of wind and learning? A. Huitzilopochtli, B. Tlaloc, C. Quetzalcoatl, D. Tezcatlipoca. And the answer is letter C, which is Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is the feathered serpent. He is the prominent deity associated with wind, knowledge, and civilization. And which Solopotchli is god of war and the sun, not wisdom. Also, Talok is god of rain and fertility. And Tezcatlipoca is the god of the night sky and often in position to Quetzalcoatl. Last number, which is number 10. And this is the question. In Slavic folklore, what is a Baba Yaga? Again, in Slavic folklore, what is a Baba Yaga? A river spirit, B, a fire god, and C, a witch-like old woman, and D, a forest guardian spirit. Again, in a Slavic folklore, what is a Baba Yaga? A river spirit, a fire god, letter B, and letter C is a witch-like old woman, and D, a forest guardian spirit. And the correct answer is letter C, a witch-like old woman. Baba Yaga is a mythical old woman or witch who lives in a hut on a chicken legs and is both feared and respected in Slavic folklore. And a river spirit is not specific to Baba Yaga, and the fire god is not relevant, and Baba Yaga is not a divine. And the forest guardian spirit also lives in the forest but is more ambiguous and dangerous than a guardian. So, I hope you have gained or learned something in our entire review or quiz session. Until our next quiz or review session. Again, this is Miss Lorraine Valeriano,